and welcome to episode 12 of the Box Nostalgia podcast with PoNGa and Beerski. What is going on, PoNGa? How are we doing today?
I'm doing really well. We just had a nice little flirting session right before we went live. That's why we were late. We were calling each other cute and stuff, which is always puts me in a good mood. But doing really well. Had a big birthday this week a couple days ago, so have a lot of fun activities going on this weekend. Me and my wife actually share the same birthday, which I think I mentioned on Wonders podcast. So, we have a nice day together. We try to make each other's day special, even though, it's your birthday. It feels weird, like, celebrating someone else the same day, but it works out really well. We do a good job balancing that. Had a little FOMO last weekend not being in Charlotte. I know I missed some activities Friday and Sunday, which I'm upset about. Hopefully I can make it next year if those things go on again. But yeah, doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. This past weekend was great. I had a fantastic time. Spoke about it a little bit on Tuesday with Mason.
If you haven't watched that live, go watch it. Mason's awesome.
Yeah, please do. It was a great.
You're pretty great yourself, but Mason is.
Well, thank you. He definitely brought the thunder. It was a great time. I really enjoyed seeing everyone, hanging out with everyone. We'll touch on it a little bit more. It's in one of the segments we have. But yeah, man, like it's just it was a top-notch weekend filled with top-notch stuff happening. It's just one of those. So definitely glad I made the trip down. Definitely glad I didn't miss the I don't even think I told most people. I almost missed my flight, so we can talk about that. It was a mess of a morning for me. My wife was laughing at me when I got home about how crazy I was in the house because I was late. So we'll touch on that. But with that being said, I think we're gonna roll right into our first segment. Item of the week. What do we got, PoNGa?
Yeah, just got this item in today. Pretty excited about it. Kind of goes along with one of our tier lists we made with the Sword and Shield sets, but it's the Sam's Club Crown Zenith box. So awesome. These went live online, I don't know, like 2 days ago or something. Was able to pick some up. I don't have a Sam's Club membership. I actually just paid the extra money because price per pack goes up like 25 cents a pack, just to pay it. I know like a week ago or something, or a couple weeks ago, they just had a year-long membership for $20, and I think I paid $40 on my order just to add it on top. But yeah, I picked up some of these. They just look really nice.
You do look great.
They're huge. They're like 2 feet long, which is awful to store. I originally said I was going to break them all down. 14 Crown Zenith packs for, I think it was like $48 after the fee.
Oh,
pretty good. It's like $3.50 a pack or whatever it is. A little bit more than that, I think. But I actually think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this Rayquaza card is like the 3-pack blister promo, maybe, from Rebel Clash. If I'm not mistaken, if someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a really cool promo. I actually own a lot of these Rebel Clash blisters because it's just a really sweet Rayquaza promo. But
yeah, man,
the box looks really cool. Yeah, the box looks really good. I'll probably still break down most of the ones I got. My parents have a Sam's Club membership, so I'm probably going to tell my parents, hey, if you see them, buy the whole pallet. But I'm going to break down some, but I'm actually going to keep some sealed because of how good the box looks. It's going to be a pain to ship later on, but it's one of those boxes, and I think we'll talk about a few of the promos in the tier list later for boxes that are similar to this one that randomly you'll check one day and it's like $100, $150 a box randomly. So, and with 14 packs, hey, if Crown Zenith goes up to $8 a pack, that's a significant value gain. So really cool.
Absolutely. So on my end, I have the Burger King card sheets that were released in the 90s. And they come in, they're full like set sheets here. And then I have the backside as well that have the Pokemon on the back. There was quite a few of them. My mother actually got me these for, I want to say, Christmas last year. I do need to get some sleeves for them. They've kind of just been tucked in a spot that isn't, I think they're all different. Tucked in a spot that, here we got Togepi and Pikachu. So it's just very cool. Mewtwo, like these are awesome. Just bring back a lot of memories from the Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Hey, buy some of those big giant sleeves for those. So because I have some vending sheets and stuff that I just have in a plastic bag. So please order some and then give some to me because
I will do so. I've just had these chilling. I mean, they're in pretty good shape. Like nothing crazy, but it's just a good little piece to have. Brings all the memories back, man. Like all the feels. So we got these, especially the fact that they're great in the gold Burger King 24 karat cards, which is awesome. Like it's pretty sweet that kind of stuff is happening. So yeah, just the hobby keeps giving stuff that it shouldn't give, but it does. I don't know how they grade those, how they put that in slabs, but they do.
Hey.
And they will. And bless Arceus.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do apologize. I want to say happy birthday to PoNGa. I know he said it was his birthday. The man is over the hill now.
Wait a second.
It's all downhill.
Should I roast you live?
Roast me, baby. Oh, roast! Absolutely, please do it because I felt
this guy texted me the day after and said, "Oh, it was your birthday or whatever you said," and I was like, "Yeah, it was." Like you totally forgot. Or no, wait. Did you text? When did you text me? You said it.
So I was texting you the day of your birthday.
Yeah, you were texting me for a while too. And I was like, "Are you gonna say it?"
It just completely slipped my mind, and then I woke up on the next day, which was the 7th, and literally like one of the first thoughts of my mind was, "Oh my god, it was PoNGa's birthday yesterday," and I was like, "I was fucking talking to him. Like, what am I doing
here?" To be
here?
fair, I was talking to you on your birthday, and you said, "Oh, it's my birthday," and I was like, "Hold on, I totally forgot." Like.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
So I wasn't going to say that. I was going to be the bad guy here, but PoNGa is equally as guilty as I am in this. So
yeah, but mine was a big birthday. Yours wasn't.
I'm on the wrong side of 30 now, homie. That's a sad birthday. 36. Yeah. I don't know. Did you see this, PoNGa?
Yeah, I saw it on your
How
live.
How cool is that, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's freaking awesome. So again, thanks, Pop, for that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we have in here. We got Catch 'em All Collectibles going live quite often, gentlemen. Trying to listen. It's busy. I'm going to talk about another thing that I have in the works. PoNGa's privy to it already. Kind of spill some tea a little bit, but it's awesome. Very excited for what's going on, and there's a huge opportunity right off the bat with it. So I'll talk about that in a little bit, and we may also have a special guest pop in towards the end of the show.
And wait, shout out to Dan. He just right before we went live posted our video and our channels on his YouTube. So really appreciate that. All that kind of stuff helps out. Obviously we don't necessarily do this only so people, we get a lot of subs and a lot of views, but it definitely is encouraging when we have a lot of interaction in the chat and a lot of people saying nice stuff to us. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, please. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Dan's the man for doing that. Always been a big supporter of me and my personal channel and this channel. So it's definitely awesome. We got Gym Leader Pepe in here. What's going on, Gym Leader?
What's up?
Czar Lurkin. Dude, we're doing, man. Having a great time. How are you?
Just here to roast me the whole time, probably.
Happy 35th birthday, PoNGa. Yo, it's so good. I love it.
Once again, someone with a Charizard as their picture.
Oh, man, we got Dila TCG here. We out here cooking ribeye and enjoying the podcast. I love hearing that. We got Professor Birch. Yes, expose PoNGa, please.
Yeah, see, anyone that purposely does the wrong capitalization of my name, they should just automatically be banned. I will also say that next time I attend an event, if there is secret recording, even though I knew you were recording the whole time, that we must receive payment, because exposing the homie deals for everyone to see is a very interesting choice.
The homie deals, and I noticed that the entire time we were filming, I had no shoes on, so my feet pics are out there for free for everyone. So go look.
We're swearing like it was
good.
What did he cut out is the better question.
My wife was watching with me. I was like, listen, you need to watch this with me. This is awesome. And there's like, she was like horrified. She's like, oh my god, I'm in this way too much.
Yeah.
I was like, welcome to the suck, baby. That's
you hear her talking in the background half the time. Yeah.
Dang, how many packs in that crown box? I think 14. Yeah,
14.
We have Alice in Silverland. What's going on, Alice? Thanks for being here. Yeah, 14. We got Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles again. We'll 2X in a bit. Bedtime routine. Absolutely, we'll be here. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to do. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen the cute guy on the right side of the screen, so happy to be here. Professor Oak, what's going on, Professor Oak? Pallets are underrated. Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially since you can probably CT scan an entire pallet, right? So let's
when did oh man, maybe I'm dating myself, but I feel like every time I see Oak, I always think of like the Slabbed podcast logo. When did he change his logo to that? That looks really good. Maybe
It's
it's
been
been a
like,
while and I just never noticed.
yeah, it's been like that for a little bit, I think.
Oh, it looks really good.
Everyone, please hit the thumbs up quick. It only takes a second. Thank you, Professor Oak. We really do appreciate it. We got Grimer Collects in here. What's up, Grimer? It was great seeing you in Charlotte. If I don't see certain tag team alt arts in S tier, I'm unsubbing.
Wait,
well,
yeah, I mean, we already know which one he's going to be talking about, and it might be one of the worst ones, but it was really good seeing Grimer on Java's channel earlier this week.
yeah.
Super well spoken, was really good on camera too. I hope to see him more on
Dude,
more videos.
Grimer's a goat. He's awesome.
Yeah,
great dude.
Super nice. Yep, got to spend some time with him at your house.
We got Java in here. What's going on, Java? I appreciate the compliment. Shout out to a couple nerds for unlocking Burger King money printer. Hello, beautiful people. What's going on, BB? Great seeing you in here, man.
I miss myself some Brandon Baker.
I'm telling you what, I need a BB hug again. It's been a while. I'm sad that it's going to be only until
dude at your house. At your house, we were talking about like watching podcasts and stuff, and he goes, "Oh, like let me get your number so I could send you this podcast." There's just that subtle way to get my phone number. It was beautiful. I love it.
I love it. What you trying to say? Charizard is mid? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I think Java. I'm just realizing that Java's logo is a Charizard.
Yeah.
I feel like I always thought it was a Dragonite.
He loves Charizard.
Dragonite would have been a better choice, but
much better choice.
That's probably why my brain just assumed it was Dragonite.
We got Professor Oak cooking some ribeyes too. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna stop there. We're gonna get into our next segment. I think we're gonna hop right into it. Hold on, let me get this going up here. What is happening? Banners. Here we go. And tier list, Sun and Moon alt arts. Exciting stuff. We're gonna pull that up for you.
When we say alt arts, it's really a majority of the tag teams outside their normal GXs, which in some cases we consider to add some of them because some of them are Japanese exclusive. And then we also added a lot of the promos because I think a lot of the promos are some of the best tag teams. I will also add that some of the cards we chose were also technically just full arts and not necessarily the alt art version, but I mean, like the Solgaleo Lunala with Lily has to be added, right? So, yeah, there's a good amount of them. So, really excited to get this going.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna let you pop the proverbial cherry right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start with some heat.
Damn, that is the heat.
Yeah, I really think this is an S tier, and I think at the time I liked it even better. I remember when I first got back in. Hidden Fates ETBs were still pretty expensive. And being a sealed guy, it was hard to, I just never picked up the single. It was always my goal to get a Hidden Fates ETB, which now it's like, I have a bunch, so it doesn't really matter as much. But I actually never owned this card raw, and I actually supported the homie, Ray, Shining Cards and Collectibles, on his Whatnot stream and bought one from him. He scammed me a little bit. I paid full market price in one auction a few auctions later for half price. But gotta support the homie. I think this is an S tier. There's no other card in Pokemon like it. I kind of wish they would do like a couple more of like legendary trios or something. Yeah, I see Grimer saying it has max liquidity. For sure it does. Just with how unique it is being the legendary birds, I think it's S tier.
I'm gonna agree with you here. That's right, people. An S tier off the rip. Can you believe it? just a beautiful card.
Yeah.
Like you said, super unique. There's no other card like it in the hobby. I really enjoy it. I know tons of other people enjoy it. It deserves to be talked about as one of the best tag team alt arts or tag team arts that there are. So,
and maybe one of the best promos ever.
Yeah, definitely S tier. It's just a beautiful card. The colors hit. The colors are right, and the whole thing. It's just perfect, and it's done so extremely well. So
why can you still open Hidden Fates ETBs and have positive EV? Like keeping the pack sealed, like the promo is $20. The packs are $22 or whatever they are. Like, what are we doing here?
It's awesome. And Hidden Fate's it's the set that refuses to go away. It's just there. All right. Let's see.
I know these are a little small because of how many there are, so
it's okay. Scroll down a little bit. Go to the Psyduck slow. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so Psyduck's awesome. These cards I like the art styles for most of the tag teams that they have going on. It's just very light, very fun. I'm a big fan of Psyduck. I'm a big fan of Slowpoke. I love the Shelter in there, biting on Slowpoke's tail. I'm sorry, Psyduck's tail. It's just a great it's a great card. It's not S tier or anything. I think it's probably closer to B tier. I'd put this in B tier all day long.
Yeah, I think it's probably around B as well. I think it's like kind of cute that the Shelter's biting Psyduck's tail instead of Slowpoke for the evolution. The classic Psyduck holding his head, Slowpoke looking completely oblivious of what's happening. With Sword and Shield alt arts, like there's so much going on in them. I think the Sun and Moon are a little more.
They're toned back, but you can see what's going on.
Definitely toned back, but yeah, you can see what's going on.
It's focused
on. They're simpler. But yeah, I think it's just a solid one. Two kind of like under talked about, like underrated Pokemon almost. I know Psyduck's kind of popular, but Slowpoke's a pretty funny Pokemon. He's pretty great. Relevant in games and stuff as well. And the show. So
reminds me of my dog Bunny. Definitely Slowpoke in about.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there's some heat in here.
Yeah, there's some really good ones. And it's hard because like I think some of the better ones are like less popular Pokemon, but we'll talk about them. What do you want to go with?
It's your pick.
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, my bad. Ooh. All right. I don't even know if I want to say anything. I really dislike Ultra Beast.
You do.
I don't know what it is about them.
These two Pokemon don't even go well together on a card.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, if you handed me this card and we're like, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" Like for a fraction of the price, like I'd still buy it. Like it's still a cool card compared to like a normal Ultra Rare, but just to stay on brand, I'm going to put Ultra Beast in Y.
Okay.
I don't even care. I don't even care about the art because, like, I think it looks like visually it looks pretty appealing, but Ultra Beasts are just mid.
I mean, Buzzball is swole, dude. Like, look at the thighs on that thing.
Yeah,
it's outrageous. You imagine that thing coming at you? No, thank you. I agree, though. Like, so I see like Pokemon putting cards with less popular Pokemon and stuff on it, but sometimes I just don't understand why. Like this is a card that didn't need to happen. So I think I'm gonna agree with you and stick it down in the Y. Like I just don't understand. Like, and Ultra Beast, like some of them are all like Guzzlord is. I like Guzzlord a lot. I think his card in Hidden Fates is fantastic. The shiny card. So I don't have the hateful affinity that PoNGa has for Ultra Beast, but some cards don't make sense, and that's just one of those ones that doesn't make any sense to me, unless I'm missing some lore thing there. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm pretty big into like having cards with different Pokemon, and I think I've said that a couple times on the podcast. But for some reason, just the Ultra Beasts just don't do it for me. A lot of newer gen Pokemon I like, but this one's just not it.
Professor Beach, Ultra Beast, gross.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, let's get something less gross. Let's pick that Magikarp and Wailord that you showed me earlier.
This one?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, so this was one of the ones I was talking about that technically isn't like a alt art. It's just a box promo, but we decided to keep it in because it is Magikarp and Wailord.
Yeah, I mean, so this is definitely an interesting take on the Magikarp Wailord because there obviously is the more well-known alt art with those two characters. I like this one a lot, though. I like the look of Magikarp and Wailord. It's a little more realistic than the other drawing. It's solid. I definitely like it. This is also going to be a B tier for me. I don't see it being any less than that. It's on par with You know what? I'm gonna go C tier with this one. I'm gonna go C tier. It's not B tier because now I'm looking at the side up in the slow bro or slow poke, and it's not the same. It's still a good card. Um, it's just an interesting, different art compared to what you're normally seeing for those two Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean
Especially coming out of that period.
Yeah, it's a super cool box promo, but it's just not my favorite. I like the other one better, like the other Magikarp one. So yeah, I agree with you. I think C tier is pretty fair. I mean, I wish I picked up one of those boxes when it was still cheaper. I had plenty of opportunities, but it is what it is. It's a pretty cool card. It's definitely a good promo.
Right.
All right. All right. Let me do Raichu, Alolan Raichu. I really like this card.
I love this card too.
Yeah, I just sold a PSA 10 Japanese one in Jersey. Shockingly, the price just kept going down, like most of the Japanese market. In hindsight, I wish I kind of held on to it for a little longer. I feel like, if tag teams do come back, that this is one of those cards that you'll just randomly see it being like $500 for some reason. Yeah, I mean, Alolan Raichu holding onto the Raichu's tail is just super cute. I used Alolan Raichu in the game. Was really fun to use. And Raichu in general is just a super cool Pokemon from Gen 1. So, man, I'm somewhere like around the A-B range. I'm going to let you talk, and then I'm going to make my decision.
Okay.
I want to see your reasoning.
Raichu is definitely an OG favorite of mine just from watching the anime.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. And just giving Ash trash about not evolving his Pikachu into a Raichu. And then Pikachu spanking him, which was awesome. Like straight up bricked him, which was great. But yeah, like PoNGa was saying, this card is got cute factor. It's got what I consider a fan favorite Pokemon, as it's the evolution of Pikachu. I love the colors change in the back, like it goes from the tan to the sun. It's just very cool. Like, it's a cool card all around. I am gonna put this in A tier.
Yeah, I think I agree. That's where I was leaning as well.
It's just an A tier art. It's just fun. I love that they have, like, they needed to do more of those where they had the alone version with the non-alone version of the Pokemon. Those slap.
Yeah, it's one of those cards too. I say it all the time. Like, some cards just look better in person too. That card looks really good in person. At least the Japanese version looks really good in person.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to the Alolan Executor, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah. There's a Rowlet there too, hanging off the top of him. Okay, so to be honest, and I'm going to tell you what right now, I never honestly realized that there was a Rowlet in this art, because I've never had one in my hand. So all you see is that the Alolan Executor. Yeah, man, I don't know. Not my favorite Pokemon. Either of them really. I like the background of the card. Obviously it's the Alolan vibe and theme and the island theme. This will probably be a D card for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm probably around there as well.
Look at us agreeing on everything tonight.
Yeah, it's like
Simpatico, baby.
It's probably around like the D or C range. Just to make it simple, I think I'm going to go with D, just to make it so we have one in every single ranking right now.
All right, so we have a template for what is good and what is why. So now we can go. I can't wait for Mason to get in here and tell me why he thinks that our list sucks. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I want to get spicy?
I think we should get a little spicy.
Okay.
Nostalgia episode 12 brought to you by Cutwater Lime Margaritas. Very good.
I've had those before. Yeah,
they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this one. I love Gengar. Mimikyu is like one of my.
Yep.
Mimikyu is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Mimikyu. I actually might have a Mimikyu sticker somewhere. This one just doesn't do it for me. I actually I like the full art way better. The purple background. Now, like I said, the Sun and Moon alt arts, like a lot of them have very simple backgrounds and they're very simple cards. But this one just like, what are they like in the shadow? Like, it's like C tier for me.
Okay, so I whispered S tier into the microphone. So
okay, but like it's S tier grouping of Pokemon though. Like,
oh, this is 100%.
this is the perfect pair. But like, if we're looking at like the art with like the Raichu cards got so much more going on.
Okay, so I see what you're saying there, and that does make sense.
So if I'm grouping, it's the perfect match with Pokemon. It's S tier Pokemon.
Oh, PoNGa, I feel like you're wavering me here. You just talked me out of an S. This is why this happens, people.
This is one of those cards. I've said it before, and people hate it. Like I said it about the Moonbreon. If this card wasn't super expensive, I don't think people would want it.
All right. Well, so I'm going to say a little bit. Obviously, love Gengar. Mimikyu's a sweet Pokemon. I do like how they kind of cut off the real Pokemon of Mimikyu, which is down below, and it's like literally his eyes are there, and they have just the fake false Pikachu head up top. So, but yeah,
no, I lied. I lied. I think I'm B tier. I don't think it's worse than the Slowpoke.
So, no, I'm gonna still stick it in S tier because I do like how simple it is and how it's just Gengar's big cheesy ass grin smile, and then Mimikyu kind of doing his thing there. So we can just chalk it up and put it in A tier. I'm cool with that.
That works for me. Yeah, Grimer, exactly. The regular Ultra is better.
Hard agree. That's what he says. All right.
Look at that. BB agrees with me too. He's the smart guy.
Did you pick that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember I said I wanted to be a little spicy?
Let's go Snorlax Eevee.
Snorlax Eevee.
I love this card.
Yeah, it's cute.
Komiya does Komiya things always. The Snorlax looks tilted though. He's got something going on, man.
Dude, some of these promos, like that one derpy Eevee one, like some of these Sun and Moon promos are wild.
Yeah, dude. Like I would want a hit of what you are taking, my man. So
it's a Komiya art, no wonder.
Yeah, it's Komiya. Yeah, absolutely. So I love Komiya. Big fan. Shout out Mertz. Hope to see you make some more content again soon, dude. Definitely miss you. Hope everything's going good with the family. Looking forward to seeing you in Chicago. Like I said, big fan of Komiya. Man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put this one in B, because there are some cards that are coming up here that are definitely S tier to me. I kind of feel like I even gave the Gengar Mimikyus. Now I'm looking at these cards that are here, so I might adjust that one too. But I'm gonna give this one a solid B. This is like a card that I would love to have in my personal collection. Graded or not, it's just fun to look at. It's something different. Like I like cards that have their own identity to them. So, yeah, definitely going with B tier.
Yeah, I mean, I think
is that a Garbor in the back or something behind them?
I don't think so. I think what BB said that Komiya was just taking shrooms when he drew it. So
that point.
Yeah, I really
do it.
I mean, Snorlax eating and Eevee eating just make it super cute. I agree with you. It's probably about on par with the Slowpoke and Psyduck for me in B tier.
Perfect.
It's one of those cards too, like I don't know. I feel like no one, well, maybe at least that I talk to, ever really talks about that card that much. Probably because it's a promo. But
yeah. And Komiya fans love it though. That's why really just like a small sect of people that love that card.
Yeah.
It's super nice that it hasn't been 100 degrees outside too. I want to segue into that. The 70-degree weather today was great.
Yeah, there's a lot nicer outside.
Umbreon and Darkrai, huh?
I love this card.
Yeah. So this and the Espeon Deoxys are thoroughly underrated, I think, especially for what the Pokemon are. And especially because these are only promos in English and they're hard as hell to grade.
I own them. I actually opened this box. I think it had the Cosmic pack inside. I pulled the full art Charizard out of Cosmic.
Mids.
Yeah, I graded a 9. I still have it.
Of course.
Yeah, this tier list is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have a lot of S tiers. I think this is definitely S tier for me. S tier Pokemon combo. Really like Darkrai. Really like Umbreon in this one specifically. Yeah, it's like got a similar dark background. Like I know it's not the darkness from the Mimikyu Gengar, but I just like the overall aesthetic of this card more than like something like the Gengar, where it's just the darkness.
I'm gonna go.
I think one of the best promos they've ever made. I said that about the stained glass as well, but I think that's true with this one as well.
No, it's definitely a nice promo. Front profile of Umbreon. He's glowing well. Darkrai, though, for me, isn't one of my favorites. He just doesn't do it for me, but I still like the art. I love the city in the back. I think it's very cool. This is A for me, A tier for Beerski here. All right, we got quite the list going here. I love doing these, like the card ones. These are my favorite tier lists, dude. There's just so many cards, and you get to see so much cool shit.
I like doing these because I just kind of go with my gut reaction, and like if I were to sit here and like actually go in depth and talk about them, I feel like some of my rankings might change a little bit. Or if like I were to do it again a month from now, it would be a little different.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's always fun just going gut reaction and saying a letter.
All right, so I'm gonna do some spice right now. Go down to Latios and Latios. Ugh. This card is overrated. I don't care what anyone says.
It's almost like it got super expensive, so everyone wants it.
Dude, it is such an overrated card. First of all, they're brother and sister. Weird. Okay. What are we doing here, Pokemon International? Second of all, it's just not a great. I don't know if it's the false sun in the back shining through the two of them. I just feel like it's just not a good card for those two. Like there's so many better Latios and Latios cards where they're flying around and doing other cool stuff. This was just very mid for me. Man, this is gonna hurt some people. This is like D tier stuff for me. Like this is not a card. Like I don't want this card. Like I don't know. Like that's my spicy take for tonight. Like when I saw this, I didn't even say anything to PoNGa earlier about it. I was waiting to like dish this out. So it just doesn't do it for me. I feel like it's mid. It's mid as hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool card. I know like when I first started collecting, I wanted a copy of it. I thought at the time it was like $50 or whatever. I was like, that's way too expensive for this card. Now what is it? Like, I don't even know what it is. Raw hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
It's outrageous.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice card. I'd love to have one. I think it's, a little overrated. Like, I don't think it's S tier. I think I'd probably put it like being difficult between B and A. Like, I think it's probably a little, like, I like it a little more than the Slowpoke and Psyduck, but, not as much as what I've put on A tier so far. You said what, C?
I said D, but
you said D.
I said D.
I mean, we could put it in like in between C and B, the middle point.
I like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's appropriate for it. Like, I feel like that's where most people would put it. Well, a lot of people would probably put this in S because, like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I think a lot of people
put the price is low. But again, like, how many people are Latios and Latios collectors? Like, really? I don't know. I feel like what you said is correct. Like, people want it because they can't have it or because it's super like expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, people don't like when I say that, but I think it's the human psychology that people want things that go up, or they feel like
there's no way that card should be more than the stained glass birds card.
Well, yeah, one's a promo, one's a hit out of a $55 pack or whatever a team up pack is. So
I understand, but I'm saying art wise, that's what we're going off of.
Yep. Yeah, I think the cards above it are all just like I think the A and above cards in there. Like I even like the Gengar one's pretty close to that one for me. But yeah.
Right on. All right, your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna get it out of the way. S tier.
S tier.
So
this is
like
the best.
Can we talk about
promo?
Yeah, can we talk? This is better than the Umbreon, but I think I kind of rate them together because they're both in the same box. The only difference between the two boxes is the jumbo card. Like this box, I'm so dumb. Like we're all idiots. Like this box was like on clearance in stores. Like what were we doing? Like people are kicking themselves for like the evolution boxes now, like not stocking up more on them. Like this box was just sitting there, had cosmic pack. Like this promo is just unbelievable.
It's great.
How much would this card be if it was in team up? You know what I mean? Like if this was the team up chase card, like how much would, like if the Latios is like, I don't know, $2,000 or $1,500, whatever it is in a 10, like what would this one be? Like $3,000? Like,
yeah,
this is one of those cards like in Japanese why I like I think it's Tag All Stars, right? That's just unbelievable. But yeah, this is S tier for me for sure.
Yeah, just taking an S tier. I love that card. I think Espeon is my favorite evolution too. Only solidified by the Espeon V card from Evolving Skies. Like I love that card. So, and also just like those are two. That's a good Pokemon combo there. Deoxys and Espeon. Big fan for sure. That.
Yeah, I think what Grimer said is really true. Like it would be the Sun and Moon chase if it were like in team up or something like that. And I kind of agree with that. Which is, it's kind of cool that they like made it a promo so like people could actually get it because yeah, it would be obnoxiously expensive.
Let's go. What is that? Palkia and Dialga? Yes. I like this card. I like this card a lot. I think it gets overlooked because what it is. It's Arceus too. Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that it's a stone statue. Looks like it's in some sort of museum. I don't know. I like these one-off kind of artworks that you don't see again. Same with the stained glass promo. While not an S tier, it's definitely high up there for me. I'm going to stick this in A. Like, I really do enjoy this legendary line as well. Like, you're talking about doing the, you were saying before, get the more legendaries on the card, like having 3 of them. So they did it here, and it worked out well for them.
Yeah, one of my favorite alt arts, I think. Yeah, but I think it's like A tier for me. I don't think I like it as much as those promos we rated in S tier so far. Okay. I think I like it more than maybe the Raichu. So if anything, maybe like more towards S tier, but I think A tier. You put it in A, right?
Yeah, I put it in A as well.
Yeah, definitely a huge hit. I think it's Cosmic. Really good hit out of there.
Just a cool, like you said, it's a unique artwork. I'm a big fan of the unique stuff.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, we said it with the stained glass. It's the ADP statue card is definitely unique, which is really refreshing.
Your go.
What do I want to do? Let's do Grimer. Are you here? Are you here, Grimer?
Low and Muck.
I think it's okay.
It's what you would expect from a Muck card.
Yeah, I actually like a
face you just made.
Yeah, I actually like Alolan Muck though. Instead of like a one color blob, it's a several color blob. Muck spelled backwards. Yeah, it's a choice for sure. I like the.
Oh, we got Grimer is waiting. So I don't want you to
look at its GX move. Look at its GX move. Nasty goo. That's pretty funny.
Nasty goo mix. That's
yeah,
hot.
Muck backwards. I think C tier.
Okay. So I like how they're coming up out of the sewer. It kind of reminds me of that banned Grimer card where Grimer's kind of looking up the girl's skirt. So I kind of like that. I feel like that's a little bit of a callback. Other than that, though, I'm so sorry, Grimer. I feel so sorry about this. Like, and I said like I wanted them to put more Pokemon together.
Yeah,
like
I was just about to call you out.
No, Muck and Alolan Muck. Like I like that, but Muck is, it's not my Pokemon. It's not a Raichu. I'll probably just stick this in C tier as well. If it was a better Pokemon duo, like absolutely. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Grimer. I just feel bad even saying it.
Grimer, do you know what this card goes for, like near mint? I actually would like to pick one up if it's pretty reasonable. But yeah, I agree. C tier is good with me. This is way too evenly distributed.
I know. It's not what we're
40-ish. That's
normally
not bad.
doing.
All right.
Beerski feet pick market has crashed. Oh, hold on. Did we see BB on the swing? That is hysterical, dude.
It was.
The way Birch put that in there was classic.
Yeah.
Goated maneuver.
For
All
sure.
right, so this is my pick here.
Is it your pick?
I think so.
Yeah.
You picked that one. All right, let's do Magikarp in yeah, that one. Perfect. So this is obviously the other art compared to what we did before. I really do like this art. I like how simple it is. I like the cartoony look to it. I like how the background's just like a nice blue gradient with the Wailord down there. Not S tier or anything. This probably just going to B tier for me. It's a cool card. I do like it. Yeah, it's Magikarp, man. Like, I think he's a fan favorite, just like, many other Pokemon. So I'm sticking that in B.
Yeah, I think it's exactly on par with the Raichu card for me. I like the cartoon style for sure. And I think it's super cute that like Wailord is shooting at Magikarp being kind of that worthless Pokemon just kind of flying in the air. I think it's just we've said it a couple times already. I think a lot of these cards are just super unique, and there's not many cards that are, at least stylistically very similar. So yeah, I think I'm going to put it in A. So between the A and B is pretty good.
Perfect. Only crushing through some stuff. I'm going to get through some more chat when we're going through this. Let's see.
There's not that much outroar. Like, there's not that many people complaining besides maybe the Gengar. So a lot of people must agree.
Yeah, I like it. Java does not have good taste when it comes to Pokemon named Charizard. I'm sorry, Zart Lurking.
Do you like Charizard or do you like money?
Ribeye Gang, one of the best ET promos to date. Let's see. Stained glass birds have been max liquidity since birth. Yeah,
yes.
Talked about that. Let's see. Ultra Beast, gross. The lore that is the Ultra Beasts are trash. So I don't even know the lore for Ultra Beasts.
No, he's just saying that the lore is that they're trash. Not that the lore is trash. The lore is that the Ultra Beasts are trash. Like, that's it.
Really?
No, well, no, he's joking.
Oh, he's saying that they are trash. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I wonder what the lore actually is, but if they are definitely trash, like I said, the Guzzlord is the one I like the most. Oh, look at this. Oh, Pokemage, what's up, man? It was great seeing you in Charlotte. I know I talked to you. I talked about it 2 days ago with Mason, but it was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for saying hi. Hope to see you again soon at another show. Professor Birch saying we're on point today. That's nice to hear. Oh, man. I'm here for it. It sucks. What's up, Giovanni's Pikachu? I appreciate you being here. I can't believe I agree so far with PoNGa. There it is. Listen, he is now acting his age because his age is appropriate. He's in his 30s. It's all downhill from there. At CNA Gabe's, where you at? Yeah, where are you, Mason? Let's see. Solid list of tier. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thank you, Giovanni. All right, PoNGa. We'll get stopped there. I'll catch up in a little bit. Oh, man, there is so much chat. I love it, guys. Keep the engagement coming.
All right, let's do some more heat. This is... Obviously, it's Pikachu. A lot of Zekrom cards I actually really like. I think I've said it before, but the black and white generation, those games are like some of the best games ever made, in my opinion. Probably the best Pokemon game, just like from the story and the gameplay wise that I've played. I think Pikachu and Zekrom are just the perfect duo for them to do like a newer gen Pokemon. I'll say newer, right? It's still black and white, which is pretty old, but newer, and then Pikachu. Um, him riding on the back. It looks like all the electricity around them, all that kind of stuff. I think it's a solid A tier for me. I almost want to put it in S. That's how much I like it. Like,
Really?
it is pretty up there for me. I really like this card. Hate myself that I didn't pick up these tins when they were cheap. I really do. But now they reprinted the tins. I don't know if they have codes on them, like a lot of tins that you could tell if they have like team up packs and all that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
really cool tins.
I mean, it's a cool concept. Zekrom's not one of my favorite Pokemon. Pikachu's cool. I definitely think they could have used Pikachu in a better way. Unless I'm just being crazy here. I don't know. I'm not gonna say an
I mean, I think it's what they're doing. I think it's what they're doing though, right? Like they're putting a Gen 1 Pokemon with like a newer Pokemon like Venusaur Snivy and Pikachu or Blastoise Piplup. Like I think they were kind of doing that on purpose, right? Like they're not gonna put
but those two Pokemon made sense being together. You just mentioned those are evolution tiers.
Zekrom's the electric Pokemon.
I just saw you twitch a little bit there when I said that. I don't know. It's fine. He's not the electric Pokemon for me. I'm giving this a C tier.
Yeah. You just weren't around back then, man.
I just wasn't around. It's not my favorite.
You new gen people are just
new gen. Perfect. See, it's safe in the B. You got a nice little wedge going there. Huff, huff, huff.
I see Birch agrees. Pikarom League Battle deck. Yeah. It's a good duo, right? Because they were even playable.
Everyone's just listen, people. You don't have to keep kissing PoNGa's boots, okay? Like everybody's.
Birch has to suck up to me after he exposed me. So
hashtag expose PoNGa. All right. Oh, this is my pick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's do. Man.
Pick your favorite.
Okay. I want to do the yes. That one. S tier. I love this card. I love that all the Pokeballs are in the back. I love the fact that it's these cute Pokemon. It's super colorful. It's super fun. It looks great in a slab. Texture on the card is very cool as well. Another one of those just awesome cards that I am a big fan of. It was a promo. I don't know. I just like the whole makeup of the card. So that's an S tier for me. I think this is my favorite other than the Espeon and Deoxys in terms of tag teams.
Yeah, another one of those boxes where it was like, what were we doing? Like, it's so obvious in hindsight. I
remember buying my daughter this box.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I brought it from Walmart. I think it was $39.99, $39.98. Like it wasn't an expensive box. It came with a very cool pin. It came with a little keychain thing. It was an awesome box.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how they made all those exclusive cards from Tag All Stars in Japanese in the box promos, like all the gold promos they have. A lot of the tag teams that we talked about so far being promos. It's just super interesting how they handled the English side of things. But yeah, I think I don't think it's like on par with Stained Glass for me or like the Espeon Umbreon cards, but I think it's a pretty solid A tier, like top of the line A tier, maybe like on the verge of going S for me. So I'm gonna put it on par with that Darkrai Umbreon.
Right on.
It's a really solid card.
Pokemage, strictly platonic hearts. Freaking hysterical, dude. That's great. No one cared about Latios and Latias until this card. Yeah, absolutely. And the card's not even that great. Primer goes, but there's a heart in the card. Not bad card, except they are siblings. So yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. A lot of people treat it as a lover's card.
Yeah.
They just love that siblings. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Oh
we're
man.
Game of Thrones fans. We should be used to this already.
Yeah, Latias is the stepsis. So she get her head caught under in a microwave
Come
or
on.
something. Like, what are we doing here?
This isn't the After Dark episode,
It
Beerski.
is.
Come
I'm
on.
drinking margaritas, bro. It is absolutely the after dark hour. Oh my god. I love it. Let me see
Oh.
what else we got here. All right, we can continue. It's our last one.
Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Aesthetically, I just love the way this card looks.
Yes.
Sableye was like one of those Pokemon in Pokemon Go that I always wanted the shiny for. Weirdly, kind of like Sableye. Obviously, Tyranitar is a fan favorite, so there's not much to say there. I really like how Sableye is always like involved with the gems, the gem eyes. And it almost looks like here they like found a treasure, which is kind of fun, like in a dark place, and Tyranitar screaming like he always
I
is.
just kicked the field goal, dude.
Yeah, he just keeps field goal. I just think it's super solid. God, I hate putting these all so high, but a lot of them are just so good. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier. I really like this card.
No, it's a good looking card. I'll probably put this on. Let me see. Man,
it's hard, right?
It's hard. It's hard. It's a great
I like
card.
it. I like it better than like the Slowpoke, right? So it's like,
yeah, Sableye is a cool Pokemon. I agree with you with the gem stuff. I think T-Tar in this could have been doing something else. But I'm going to put this in B. I think it's good in B. I think it's safe there. It's not a bad card. It's definitely better than some of those other ones that are lower than it. So definitely,
I think it's pretty. I think it's fair that it's like on par with that Magikarp. All right.
Told people to stop licking your boots, and everyone stopped texting. No, the chat is dead. I'm sorry, guys. I was just playing around.
No, it's just how you feel, whatever.
Okay. Let's go Blastoise Piplup. I love this card. I like that they're in the bubble. I love it. That's the pre-evolved from that generation with the, end evolution of generation 1. I'm a big Blastoise fan. I love the green background with the blue. This is a solid. It's a solid B tier card for me. I definitely like it. It's not higher than that, but I do like that. I like the aesthetic of the card.
Yeah, I think it's a good pairing for sure. Oh, I really like it, but I think it's like I know we like kind of were talking up these cards being basic, but like I feel like it's just like a tad too basic. It almost looks so much like a full art card, but
it does.
I'm probably between A and B, so like I'm on the verge of going A, but I think B is pretty fair. I'm gonna put it in B with you.
Yeah.
I really like the way the card looks. Like I want to pick one of those up. I like it a lot, seeing it on my screen like that. I think the blue and green look really good together. I think
it's just like sea foam. It all this matches pretty well. Yeah. Bacon and Hex looks like a Ninja Turtle. It sure does.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for being here, by the way. We appreciate your watching, man. Thanks for stopping by. The Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff.
Super cute card, but it's just like one of those mid ones to me. I mean, it's a super cute card, like I said. I think it's a good pairing. It's an interesting pairing, obviously, but on theme, right? That Gen 1 Pokemon with a newer Gen Pokemon that is kind of underutilized. I kind of like how they did that, where they put a more mainstream Pokemon with a lesser mainstream one. I really like when they do that. I think what we said about the last card, like aesthetically, it looks really nice. It's a well put together card.
Yeah.
It's kind of busy, but at the same time, like it does. That's the one thing I like about the Sun and Moon ones is like the focus is on the Pokemon, not like a super lot going on in the background.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere around that like B, C tier for me. I think I'll for now put it in B tier.
Okay. This card reminds me of like Kirby's level in
Yeah.
Smash Brothers. This has that feel to it, like the pastels. It's very lightly drawn. It's like almost like the characters have like fur to them almost. So I like the card. I like the aesthetic. I agree with you though. I'm sticking this in B tier. I feel like a lot of the ones we have going left are going to be around B, A ish.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like lower tier ones in this. Just because I like the tag team like the tag team cards compared to like normal Sword and Shield alt arts, where I think a lot of them are kind of mid. I really like tag teams in general, so I think that's the case where a lot of them are going to be a little higher ranked. Actually, I totally lied. God, I actually like the way this card looks, but I hate the Pokemon.
Guzzlord, baby.
So I think it's better than
Card's
the last.
cool. Yeah.
It looks really cool. Like I wish one day someone came out to me at like a collector con and offered me this card, because I would for sure buy it. I think like the red background's super cool. I think the Pokemon really stand out in this one. But it is Ultra Beast. See, I kind of go back and forth with how I rate these. Just because of Ultra Beast, I think I'm going to put it in C tier.
Okay. I think,
but I like the way the card looks. I know it's kind of weird way to rank it, but
no, that's fine. It's a B tier for me. I don't think it deserves less than that. It looks good. That's
probably pretty fair.
Yeah, it's a good looking card. Not fan favorite Pokemon by any means, but it's still pretty good looking.
Yeah.
PoNGa on the road to gray hairs and lower back pain. Welcome, bro.
I've been on that for years, man.
Oh man. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's go Venusaur.
There's two.
Venusaur Celebi. Love it. It's so good.
Look how derpy Venusaur looks. Looking up.
Yep. That again.
It looks like. Have you ever like had your dog look up at you like you're God?
Yes.
That's what he looks like.
Essentially, what he's doing right now. I love this card. This is an A tier card for me. I love the aesthetic of this. I love Celebi is one of my favorites. I'm a big fan of Celebi. Obviously, Venusaur is an OG. Yeah, I like that card. There's something about it. I do like it. A tier for me.
Yeah, I'm probably around there as well. I think that's what she said, Chef.
We got Poke Chef in the house.
It's crazy, right? Like all of our top ones are promos. Like so many of them are promos, and this is just another one. Like these tins are just so OP. Like what are we doing not buying these up?
Fire, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in
collectibles in the house as well. Think he caught up. What's going on, my man? Chef, Chef. I'm happy you're here, Chef. Shout out, Chef. He's been streaming with Weedle's Warehouse on Whatnot. Absolutely crushing it. I do need to show this now that Chef popped up. I did purchase the first card that Chef ever auctioned off. It is a 1 of 1. He is the man. I love it. So thank you very much, Chef, for bringing this to me or sending it to me and allowing me to be there to support you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, Chef's the man. Can't wait to see him again.
Stud at Collecticon, let me tell you. Working on 1 hour of sleep.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
He from what you guys were talking about the other day, he just got going and was in the zone, which is awesome. I'm sure he has many days at work that are just like that, where he's tired and then he just gets in that zone and pumps through it. Like
absolutely. I think it is your pick.
I'm gonna do Mewtwo Mew.
Sweet art.
Yeah,
another promo. A tier. Yep.
Another of the tins, dude. Like, what are we doing?
And I don't understand. I mean, unless they just want people to have access to these awesome cards, so they stick them in tins.
Dude, imagine if like more of these cards were like in Unified or Unbroken or Cosmic. Like these sets, like they're so expensive now. Imagine if like 3 of these cards were added to Cosmic. Like it'd be crazy.
It would be crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know. A tier. Then we need some more stuff like this. Like these arts are cool.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what the new tags are going to look like with the trainers and stuff. I think I wonder if they take any, like tips and tricks from these
It's going to
cards.
be like this.
I mean, absolutely could be like that, and that's a badass looking card. Let's keep that one up.
I am. I've nominated it for you because it was a good transition.
Yeah, perfect transition.
Because they're talking about the tag teams with a trainer. So
yeah, I mean, so this is a badass card. I love the color scheme to it. I'm a big fan of trainer cards. I know there's a lot of people that aren't a big fan of trainer cards. I do like the trainers being involved in the cards. Trainer galleries were some of my favorite in the last block. I'll give this one a solid B. I think it deserves the B. It's a good card. Again, not my favorite Pokemon, but I like the color scheme in it. I love the red, the blue, and then the green hair on the trainer just kind of is a nice little break from everything. So yeah, I gave it a B.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always saying it, but like I'm in between that A-B range. So just for simplicity, I'm going to put it in B with you. But yeah, it's a super sick looking card, man. It is. The colors on it just absolutely pop.
We have Pokemon Wonder in here, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, I don't even want to look at my screen to see his comment. Like,
made it to a live, finally. 2X.
So upset. So
happy
upset.
Belated to you and your other half, PoNGa. Missed you, my friend.
Yeah, I was so upset I couldn't make it. Now I will say, like, I hope like next year there's a way to like not have it if he does have it next year, to like not have it on Sunday, because I really never stay till Monday because it's just another day you have to take off of work. And I know it's difficult with some things that happen on Friday and then obviously the trade night on Saturday. So it's kind of complex and I understand it. But yeah, I will for sure, assuming everyone plans to have these events again next year, I will be in Charlotte next year. Yeah, for sure.
Wonder was a stud. He hosted me at his house for 2 days. Super nice. I met his family. They were wonderful people. His kids were great, sweethearts. Wonder took time out of his day to show me what he's got going on there, which is awesome. Went to Collecticon together, and then obviously the big shindig at his house Sunday night, which was one of my favorite moments in the hobby. It was just an awesome time, so fun. We were ripping up Lorcana packs. Oh man, I held $250,000 worth of graded cards in my hand. Trophy cards. It was freaking wild. Like something I never thought would be like something that happened. It was insane having them there in my hand. The first ever CGC graded card Charlie brought out. The Space Pikachu. I mean, there were so many cool cards there. So it was just a wild night. Conversations are great. Everyone's great. Dan and I grilled the worst corn on the planet. Chef was very disappointed, although he let it out a little bit. You could tell there was a little bit of chef in there. At one point, he came out and looked at the corn and went, "What are we only grilling 2 sides?" And like just busting balls. So it was hysterical. I'm like, yeah, LMAO. Yeah.
It's like I remember like before I started like going to these events and hanging out with everyone, I like couldn't wait to hear people talk about it. But now that I like know all these people and I'm friends with all these people and I hang out with all these people in person, like when I don't go, like I don't even want to hear about it because like I don't want to hear about like missing out and all that. But yeah, it sounds like Wonder and Chef threw on quite the party. I know.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was able to meet Wonder's family last year very briefly. They were all super nice. I'm sure they took care of everyone. No surprise hearing that. You know, he brought in the live music and all that kind of stuff.
These are from Wonder's eldest son. Like I said in the live the other day, these were waiting on the side table for me when I came into the house after we did Capitol Grill. And it was just super awesome. Talk about warming you up and like making you feel good about life. Like just super sweet. So again, little man, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. It was awesome. Empty Pax is in here. What's up, boys? How's it going?
My brother. That's my brother.
Oh, what's up? PoNGa's brother. This is awesome.
He never even said happy birthday, by the way. He said, I heard it was, he was texting me and like joking about it. We have a very, my humor, like off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And he's very much like me, where he just really gives it to you, if you know what I mean. And he was talking about like it being his birthday and all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
It
he went
is
in.
you. Finally
Yeah,
acknowledged me. I love it. Oh
yeah.
man, I hope they get to meet you, dude. That's awesome.
He should come hang out in Chicago.
He absolutely should
So
come
he
hang.
he does he does
Sports,
sports
right?
cards. Yeah, he does sports cards.
Poor
Hey,
guy.
I came to the National when you were there, so you should come to Collecticon while I'm there.
FNA.
And you could come hang out with all of us. There's gonna be like 60 of us, so
Oh, it's good. We're rolling
tables
the
go on
deep.
sale tomorrow. Tables go on sale tomorrow.
Everyone in chat, much love. Alice Silverland heard Pokey Chef and Wonder put on quite the dinner MVPs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Chef did fly in just for Sunday to cook. He was at Gen Con all weekend with Nick, Brad G, Walrus, doing the eBay Live stuff. So it was very awesome. Pokemon Wonder just giving them a little bit more love, which is great. Dan saying how the corn stole the show. We tried our best. We had our IPAs. Listen, the corn at the end of the day was good. We did a little chicken grilling as well. I think we're good.
Yeah. I just gotta throw it out there one more time because Dan's talking about food. Dan, I'm still thinking about your meat when I visited.
That got brought up multiple times.
Dude, he was like, he was like this nervous little kid talking like, oh, like it's probably dry because it's a few days old. Like, are you sure it's okay? Like, it was just hilarious and it was so good.
That's fantastic. Well, he just made it live, so I hope he's hearing this as we're sitting here talking. All right, whose pick is it for here? For this
well, I just nominated one for you, so how about you go?
Okay, I need to see if I can get brisket through TSA,
or you just ship it to me. Get some ice, some dry ice maybe or something, and ship it to me.
Can a resting brisket be treated like an infant and go on my lap? So he said something about for the Palooza next year, driving down a brisket in a cooler 4 hours. And he said, that's a perfect rest time. So if it can happen, let's do it.
Hey, Dan, we doing the same thing we did this year? Just let me know.
Let's do Sylveon, please.
What? Okay.
So this card reminds me of like Poke Cayenne. It's got Poke Cayenne vibes. I'm a big fan of these cards. PoNGa is looking at him with a little smirk over there.
My wife texted me saying I need to stop saying I love Dan's meat.
This is box nostalgia. Box nostalgia after hours, people. It's getting a little spicy and weird in here tonight. I can tell you what. I absolutely love this card, the Gardevoir and Sylveon.
Gorgeous.
Like I said, it's got Poke Cayenne vibes.
It does.
It's one of my favorite sets. I really enjoy. This is A tier for me, 100%. What you can't go wrong with an evolution in Gardevoir, and especially the way it's done. It's whimsical. It almost looks like a nice watercolor. I'm a big fan of it. Stick it in A.
Yeah, I think that's probably good. I was gonna say maybe B because I think it's like a similar card to the Jigglypuff one, like the concept of it, but just better Pokemon. So I think A is probably good, but
we're just like making a shit out of all. Like, look at the pattern we have here.
Yeah,
I love it. Box Nostalgia After Dark Road to episode 69. I love it, Mage. That's fantastic. And Dan's meat. Yeah, dude.
We do a
Charizard. Can't get it out of his head. Oh, mid. Although
no,
I will say this is one of my favorite Charizard.
It's another promo.
Yeah, this is a good Charizard art, man. Like,
why do people like Sun and Moon so much? Like, all the good cards are promos.
I don't know. Because they shouldn't be promos. What are you feeling with this one?
I'm gonna put it.
Put it in B.5.
B.5.
Okay, I can see B.5. I'll leave it B.5. I'm not the biggest Charizard fan, but I'm not going to split.
It's a nice card. It's a really nice card.
It's a nice card. It's done well. Let them be promos. I know Chef's frothing at the promos.
I think like, once we look at this list, that card's probably in like the top half of them or around there, which is probably about where it's rated right now on the list. So
yeah.
Let's breeze through these next 7.
Yeah, is that Greninja?
Greninja.
Click it. Boom. It's an all right card. It's not bad. I like the art style of it. Again, it's the art style for these cards are just very cool. A lot of them have like very unique styling to them. So I probably will though put this one in C.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't think this is a B or an A. I think it's a C card.
Cool card. Just not as
compared to what's up there, man. Like,
yeah.
Click it. Yeah, Marshadow Machamp.
I really like this card.
I like how they're looking out towards victory.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things. Like I've said it like 15 times, and I have to repeat myself one more time. But like all of these alt arts, or most of them, are like super simple. Like there's not much going on. But I really like the ones where like there's like they're at least doing something, right? Like it's not just completely zoomed up on the Pokemon. They're still like looking into like the sunset or whatever. Not the biggest fan of Marshadow. Machamp's just a pretty decent Pokemon in my mind. So I think it would be a little higher for me if it were better Pokemon. God, I want to put it in A, but I'm going to put it in B tier.
I'm going to say C tier. So we can split those hairs.
That's very well said, Wonder.
Yeah,
plus is more.
That's it.
In this case, that's absolutely true.
Venusaur. Not as good as the Celebi alt art. You're talking about derpy looking Venusaurs. Look at that. That's weird. This is like that claymation style.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the claymation stuff at all for the Pokemon cards. Never really have been. This one's, oh man, I'm gonna actually say it. Like that's a D tier for me. Like I don't like that art style. You're B?
C.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, I'm sure there's examples of like the claymation style that I like, but
there's some dittos.
It's still a cool card. Like I wouldn't mind having it. Like all these cards I wouldn't mind having, but that's just one of the lesser promos for sure.
Chef, no, because Nightmare Before Christmas is a thoroughly overrated movie.
Oh man, we're not at hot takes yet.
Yeah, that's a hot take. Overrated. The amount of people that like that just because it's a Halloween movie for Christmas is outrageous. Not a Christmas movie. Let's just stop. Chef, what are we doing here? This is the A tier card. Another trainer card.
I hate that I like it because like I think the obsession with Lily is a little weird for obvious reasons. But
what are the reasons, PoNGa?
Yeah, so I actually really like Lunala as a Pokemon. I really like the coloring of this card. It's similar to like that other one we were looking at with like the half and half coloring, just like the vertical route this time where it's split down horizontally. Yeah, just a super cool card, A tier for sure.
Perfect.
Just like how I just keep talking and ignore you.
Oh, that's great.
It's my favorite thing in life.
We'll get real answers out of you one day. I pulled the rainbow version
you did.
at your house. Yes, you did, man. It was on the please, if you haven't seen the video yet, please go to Professor Birch's YouTube channel. I'll actually link it down below after this and link the Beerski Palooza like recap video that he did. It was well done, well edited. I know it took him a lot of time to do it.
It's a long video, yeah.
It's funny too. Like Birch has got the humor. So please
#expose PoNGa, baby.
#expose PoNGa.
You'll know what we're talking about if you watch the video.
All right, give me the top left card there.
The Charizard.
Yeah. Oh, so mid. Oh my
God.
God.
I think this one's better than the other one though. Like I know it's like Charizard's butt, but like he looks kind of like mean, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Charizard's meant to look mean.
Brotherly love. I love it so much.
hey, Where's those packs I bought from you? I don't know, a month and a half ago. I paid you for them. I never got them yet.
Damn.
Yeah. So I like that. Where did we put the other one? It's in between A and B. Oh God, I think that's too high.
I mean, this is I know this is like a D tier card for me. I don't even know what's going on in this card. Like,
so you like the other one better?
I like the other one better.
All right, I'm gonna put this one in B tier, so we're just gonna put it in C.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, the other one's a better card. I like the Charizard in that card much better.
I'm just gonna put it over here because I don't feel like resizing all of them.
Perfect.
I will say I like it better than this one. So, however I rated this one before,
You wish you could re-rate it.
Don't roast me in the comments because I'm totally going back on what I said. So, all right, let's just go in order. Lucario, Melmetal. I don't know. I weirdly like. I mean, Lucario is like kind of more of a fan favorite, at least for the generation. Melmetal, like I like it probably more than most people. Probably being a Pokemon Go player, Melmetal was significant in the game. But yeah, it's just like a C or D tier card for me. Like they kind of did Lucario a little dirty. Like it'd be cool if they like put him in with like a Gen 1 Pokemon, like a popular like
Machamp,
like
or like Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee,
yeah,
like anything like that, like would have been so much better. Yeah, I'm gonna go D with you on this as well.
Like imagine a card of them like fighting in a ring.
Would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They totally missed that. Are you kidding me? Like a Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan fighting in a ring kind of deal.
I feel like they kind of did Garchomp and Giratina dirty as well. This is the worst promo out of the ones we rated, I think. It's still a good Pokemon. Like I like both of the Pokemon, but I think I'm just gonna put it in like C tier.
I'll go C with you on that. It's not a great Giratina art. Especially with the Giratina arts that have been coming out, have just been gas.
Yeah, and I feel like Garchomp, like it's a really like both of the Pokemon are relatively popular, but it's just like I know we talk about less is more, but it's one of those ones where I think just a little more would have been good.
All right, well that's our tier list.
Mason says he just tapped in and we're wild from the jump, which is hilarious because it seemed like most people agreed with us,
bro.
So
you're all wild from the jump. Thank you for being here, Mason. There's no tier list complete unless you are here roasting us during it.
You know what's funny is like maybe it's a case of like maybe your opinions are wild.
Never know.
Mason, with that said, I was praising you earlier. You're the GOAT on lives. It's always a great listen. I really liked your live the other day with Beerski.
A little bit of a teaser too. Mason might be a guest on Box Nostalgia Podcast at one time in the near future, near-ish future, and we will have a tier list specifically for him. So we need to really brainstorm because I want to get him in a good tier list.
Wait, a live shout out. I don't know if they're in the chat, but Max Potion TCG is literally spam liking my 9 Instagram posts that I have on Instagram right now.
That's awesome. C tier, wow, gents. PoNGa attacking his viewers. What is this, a Dan stream? Oh, a tier list of all their old tier lists. Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, once we get enough of them.
Not sure if I can handle it. You've already committed, Mason.
Mason always says we're so wild with our tier list, but never says why we're wild with our tier list. I would like to know.
Why tier on everyone? Just really blow it up.
Yeah, so just a recap, our 2 highest rated ones. A lot of the highest rated ones were all mostly promos. We had the Stained Glass Bird from the Hidden Fate ETB promo, and then we had the Deoxys Espeon promo from that box with the Darkrai Umbreon promo as well, falling just behind, and then the Togepi, Igglybuff, Cleffa card from the collection box as well. It's pretty interesting that promos are all the highest ones, and then the highest like set cards were the Raichu, the Gengar, and then the ADP statue. Oh, I guess the Gardevoir and Sylveon as well.
You could bogart any chat you want, Mason. you can do it.
Mason, that's why we're doing it live so people could talk.
Yeah, we want people to talk. Talk away, dude.
We had way more pushback. We had way more pushback on the N64 one. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. So I just want to I wish I could do a poll in thing, but if you guys like the lives, let us know, because I think the lives are. I love the lives. I love doing these lives. So let us know. All right, so that's Sun and Moon Tag Teams tier list. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Excuse me. We're going to go to our next segment, and that is going to be rabbit holes. I will take this one off first because PoNGa, I always make him do it. Let me pull my notes up.
Mine's going to be quick this time too, so go take us away.
Yeah, mine's not that long either. So it's the World at War Call of Duty ray gun, the Easter egg for that, which is actually pretty interesting. I didn't think it was going to be as interesting as it was, but it definitely has like a cool little bit of lore to it. You find it in the second campaign mission, which is called Little Resistance. Essentially, you're attacking a beachhead, and then it all goes from there. The Easter egg was found 2 weeks after it released. I think it was released either November 8th or November 10th, something in 2008. So it took 2 weeks to find it. Now you have to remember, in 2008, there wasn't like this kind of stuff wasn't just common knowledge. So someone actually went and accidentally found this. I can imagine what the first person was like when this thing happened. So when you get onto the beach, you need to go all the way to the right side of the beach and stand in a puddle, 1 to 2 seconds. In the middle of the map, there's another puddle that you need to cross over to. So you step in that puddle. And then there's one more puddle at the far left of the map. So you stand in that puddle for 5 to 10 seconds. Then there's a voice. It's like a deep baritone Japanese sounding voice, which is actually the Japanese soldier voices from the game reversed. After 5 to 10 seconds, 4 statues, one for each player in co-op, arise from the beach, and they have ray guns in their mouths. So Jesse Snyder was the original developer of that level, and the ray gun was built specifically for zombies. And he actually almost got fired from his job for putting the Easter egg in the second level.
That part I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah, it's super awesome. And this is according to the man's name is Jesse Snyder. It's according to him himself on his Instagram or Twitter or whatever. And he posted a little video about it too. But yeah, he almost lost his job for it because obviously there's no ray guns in World War II or anything like that. So yeah, just an interesting little thing. Obviously, it's featured predominantly in the zombies maps. Comes out of one of the boxes. Super cool game, or super cool gun, super cool thing, and they keep extrapolating on it. It's in every version of zombies moving forward, so it's a mainstay in the series now. So that is my rabbit hole.
Yeah, I used to play that level all the time just to get the ray gun. It was always fun jumping in those puddles and making it pop up. So yeah, it's something cool. Obviously, we did the Call of Duty tier list, and World at War was my S tier, or one of my S tier, so I had to throw that in there. All right, so mine was the you've been giving me all the sealed ass sets. So the funny part about these sets is like there's like nothing on them anywhere. Like I'm searching on E4, there's like 3 threads that like even mention them, which is hilarious. It's really hard to like know exactly what fits in what set, because a lot of people will just like refer to like all the different sealed ass sets as like one, or they'll like group them together, or like just talk about cards that they like. But I was actually able to find the PSA set registry. So I'm specifically referring to the fancy graffiti one. So I'm actually sharing my screen if you want to pull it up. I think I went into like the lore of sealed ass, them being like most of them being like sticker cards, all that kind of stuff. We all know how like the card ass cards used to be, from vending machines, all that kind of stuff. But I thought it'd be pretty cool, to pull up these cards. I know you have the number 1, which is the Surfing Pikachu, which is a really cute card. I think this one, the number 2, might actually be my favorite one. It's Pikachu. Yeah, it's Pikachu with the 3 other starters. You got kind of the fat Charmander on there, which is super cute.
Nondescript orange lizard.
Yeah, well, Dan, Pokemon, you'll be hearing from Pokemon someday. I actually asked his son what that Pokemon was. I'm pretty sure he said Charmander. So, no, he said Charizard. He said Charizard. So at least it's a Pokemon. You have this one, the Horsey, Psyduck. This one's pretty cool. The Snorlax, pretty unique. This one's pretty cute as well. I'll zoom in on that one. kind of got a bunch of Pokemon here all sleeping.
The Ekans.
Yeah. A lot of Pikachus. Pikachu, Butterfree, more Pikachus. Yeah, so it's a 12 card set. Like I said, I think this number 2 one's my favorite. Super unique set. I know you're looking at more of this kind of stuff. You're kind of gravitating towards the Stitch set, but another set aligned with that. I think I talked more in depth about them on the past episode. We talked about them, so I won't necessarily go into depth about it. But yeah, what Chef said, all bangers, super cool set. No one talks about these cards. I know.
I didn't even know they existed until I saw them in person.
Yeah,
like that's how little you know about these cards. I'm a big fan of them. I think they definitely have a piece of Pokemon history attached to like these. Like I think that's the first Surfing Pikachu, if I'm not mistaken. Like that, it's just an awesome card. So, big fan of stuff like this. Yeah, like he's zooming in right now. Like that's even with like the Stitch cards too. Like they have Pikachu and Butterfree are in another. Yeah, like they have multiple cards together. I think these are stickers that are on.
And I think this is like in reference to the show, no? Like with the Butterfree flying away. maybe this was before then. I don't know.
Yeah, this is 98. Well, I mean, the anime came out before it came out in the US, so it could be. But just awesome cards. They're just fun cards. I'm a big fan.
There you go, Chef.
Yeah, Zoom and Snorlax. What a stud.
He's sleeping in all directions, left, right, upside down.
It's like my dog on my bed at night. All over the damn place.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give each other rabbit holes this week to do for next week, because next week we are going to have special guests on. I said guests with an S, plural. So they will be on next week or 2 weeks from now. And we will do our next rabbit holes 2 weeks after that. So we'll give each other rabbit holes in 2 weeks to do. But that's our rabbit holes for this week. Let's see where we go. Oh, man. Okay, let's get into it.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right.
House of the Dragon.
Wait, hold on. So, yes, the season's done.
You've had 5 days to watch it.
Yes, spoiler alert. Put us on mute if you have to. I'll say a couple times. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Mute
Spoiler
us.
Alert.
Keep it on, but put it on mute. And when you see that little HOTD2 disappear, put us off mute and listen to us back. But yeah, so I'll let you start, because it's pretty funny how you changed your tune. But
changed my tune. All right, so PoNGa's pulling receipts up on me from conversations we had about
it. Just goes back to the hot take I had of like
books are dumb.
No, it's not that books are dumb, but like I think expecting a show to have all the parts of the book is a very sad thing to want. But
sad.
It's its own entity, which I think I talked about when I was talking about hot take.
Yeah.
As long as the main general story, right? Like if I'm not even going to use this as an example. Like with Game of Thrones, if I don't know who's a random character, like Sansa became queen, like no one wanted that, right? Like that's a completely different part of the story. Like, yeah, I'll let you go. I said I was going to let you go.
Here with what you're saying.
No, listen, I said I was going to let you go first.
Thank you, PoNGa's brother. I won't let him talk.
I have receipts. So.
You can have receipts. And I said some of the episodes were good, and I couldn't understand why you thought some of them sucked.
I didn't think they sucked.
Some of them were good. And I overall, the season was a disappointment. I feel disappointed overall. It was a worse season than it was last year. I feel like House of the Dragon,
I agree with that.
It could be finished next season. They don't need to drag it, especially because they only did 8 episodes this year. It was 10 last year. They did the sneaky HBO thing where they only give you 8, and it was a lot of filler, a ton of filler. It's just, there's just so many things with it that I was excited about when it was happening. Like the last episode, there were some things I really enjoyed that happened in the last episode. There's some stuff in the middle of the season and the beginning of the season that were great. Listen, dragons and stuff. the way they did the sowing of the seeds was a little different than the books, but that was fine. But I'm talking like glaring, like there's no way Rhaenyra is getting into King's Landing and talking to Queen Alicent at the Sept of Baelor with all those people around watching. Like, this shit didn't happen. It would never happen. Alicent never went to Dragonstone. She never said it was okay for her son Aegon to be offed. Like, all of this stuff is, and I guess because the books were more of just the history, and their histories written by people who were there and were manipulating it the way they want it to be seen. I get it. Like, I understand that part of it. But like, there's some big,
it's dramatized for TV, right? Like that.
And I get that. And I understand that completely. I just, when the source material is good, don't deviate from the source material. You can do a whole bunch of extra stuff if you want, but like, we're cutting full characters out of the book that have actual implications. Like, where's Nettles? Where is Nettles?
Well, like, here's another thing, right? Like, wait, you say there's a lot of filler, but then you get mad when they respectfully cut out filler characters that I don't care about.
No, there's filler of them bickering at the painted table for no reason. Everyone's giving Rhaenyra sass when she wasn't taking any sass in the books. It's the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. Who takes sass? So I don't know. There's a lot. I'm excited about it, frustrated about it all at the same time. PoNGa's got me tilted right now because he's got his little shit-eating grin on over there, and he's like, "I got you all." I mean,
it's exactly what it was, right? Like, it's a preview for season 3, and you know, the directors and all that stuff. Like, after the episode, if you watch that, or the inside the episode, they basically say like season 3 is an all-out war, which they did the HBO thing where, like, instead of like 3 seasons, they probably extended it a season, so there's a lot of filler. I think I said it best to you with the last episode. It's like a lot happened, but also a lot didn't happen. Right?
Yeah.
So much happened, but like so much didn't happen, because like once the big battles go down and like certain things happen, like I know some spoilers, certain things happen, like the show's kind of done. So
yeah. Oh, so do you know spoilers that move on from this now? Have you?
Yeah, I know for sure big things that happen.
Okay.
Which are probably the 2 biggest things. So
okay, so I know the 2 big things are.
Yeah.
Is one above the God's Eye?
I'm just okay. So yeah.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Wonder, you know how he is. He's just a genius on how, and he's really good at putting stuff into words. Books are always better. Imagination of the mind can't be matched. 4K had nothing on the infinity of the mind. Absolutely. I think that's like, when I was coming with the hot take with books, the TV adaptations, like when you're reading a book, like you just have so much imagination, you picture what it should look like, and then when you actually see it, it's not what you imagined it to be.
And I get that part. Yeah, like I understand where you're coming from.
And I get what you're saying as well.
I'm being a little like overzealous with it for just,
it's still good TV. Like, it's still good.
It's good TV. I tuned in every week to watch it. Like, it's good.
No, you didn't. You were late. I watched it every Sunday.
I wish there was 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
To watch. Like, I think.
Can I just say, like,
the stuff with Daemon this season was, while it was slow and frustrating, the payoff for Daemon's was perfect this year. But Daemon also,
I love Daemon, and I couldn't care less about that whole storyline.
So like, none of that happens. Again, none of that happens in the book. Daemon is not very nice to Rhaenyra ever. You're cutting the whole Nettles character out, and Daemon is like in a love affair with Nettles, and Rhaenyra is like laissez-faire about it, but then extremely pissed off that it's happening because he's just with this commoner, and they kind of do their own thing for months and months and months. So like, there's a lot. Like, he never reaffirmed his loyalty to Rhaenyra. Like, none of that stuff. He never tried to usurp her like he was doing at the beginning of this season, like where he was just there like futzing around. Like, that didn't happen. So that's what I mean. Like, a lot of it's dramatization for the show. And it's good if you don't know the books. I wish I didn't read. If I didn't read these books and know what I'd be like, this is the coolest shit of all time. Like, this is more dragons.
Dude, the whole battle scene in this season, like,
Rook's Rest.
Rook's Rest. Dude, I really liked what they did with the cameras. I always say this to people when I'm talking about the shows. Like, I think I said it to you as well. that like perspective difference. I feel like in Game of Thrones, they like when there was battling dragons, like you never obviously saw them like looking up at dragons battling in the air. Like it always like, but it was like from the perspective of the people on the ground looking up and then realizing just so how like how much how
Screwed they are.
insignificant they were.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my boy Crispin. He I hate that man so much. Leaves
Lord
Rhaenyra because
Commander?
leaves Rhaenyra because he didn't want to be a side piece to then go be a side piece to the queen.
Kristen Cole.
Yeah, Crispin.
Crispin. Crispin Cole.
That's what Damon calls him when he comes. Yeah, he says
Lord
that to
Crispin.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just is different after that, right? Like he realizes that like they mean nothing.
Well, his character became so much more engaging after that happened.
Yeah.
Like he became human. He wasn't just for a lack of better term, fuckboy going around and like nailing the queen. So there's a lot, you know, and I love how, yeah, I think that the last conversation between Rhaenyra and Alicent was done very well. It showed the love that the two characters still held for each other, even though everything bad was happening, which is cool. Next season should be a show. The way I know it's gonna, next season's gonna end the war, and then the season after that is gonna be literally the aftermath of that and how the succession is then tied up.
Yeah, in 2028.
2028 is gonna take so long, but like it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. It's Game of Thrones, I'm gonna watch. More importantly, though, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out next year. I actually just got goosebumps talking about it, bringing it up. It's my favorite Game of Thrones stories. There are 3 novellas. It's the tales of Dunk and Egg. So Sir Duncan the Tall and Aegon, I think Aegon Targaryen number 4. He's the 4th Aegon Targaryen. His name's Egg. And he actually dies in the fire at Summerhall, which is when Rhaegar Targaryen is born. So that's how that all matches up. But they're great. It's a great miniseries. It's going to be 3 seasons long, so it's going to do 1 of each novella each season. I think there's supposed to be 6 episodes apiece, which is perfectly good for the length of these stories. You'll get more out of them. So please, everyone, mark it. Go read about it. If you haven't read the books, please read those books. I think they're the easiest Game of Thrones books to read. You really enjoy the main characters right off the get. And they're fun stories. So, I mean, that's what I have to say about
and it comes out next year, which gives us a good buffer for season 3 of House of the Dragon.
Absolutely.
Coming out in 2026. So
they need the production cycles are just, maybe they should just film season 3 and 4 together and just back to back them, because I feel like they could, because
I said it to you, right? Like, how good would the show be if you could just watch it all the way through?
This will be the best binge watching Game of Thrones experience, these 4 seasons, because then it will seem quicker. And I think because in the books things do move very quick. Like the whole, it's 1 year long. Like the whole thing, it's not a very long time frame in the books, like this war. So the dance completely destroys the Targaryen Empire and leaves it weak for another 150 years in 1 year's time, which is just wild to think about. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything else you want to say about House of the Dragon.
Nope, just solid TV. Looking forward to season 3, obviously.
We got Dan not wanting to talk about this. He wants to talk about live sports or the Olympics. I will say I think a guy ran a 400-meter run today or yesterday with COVID and got a bronze medal.
200. Yeah, it was the 200.
Wild. And then the other guy that came from behind, like there was no chance.
That was the 400, I think.
Talk about putting on your
dude. He was like, it looked like he was about to fall flat on his face. Like,
and he just went like that. Run looks so unnatural too compared to how everyone else running. Like his gait was ridiculous. So go USA with stuff like that. Like talk about having some will to win something. That's a will to beat people.
The U.S. basketball team was down, I think, 15 to Serbia.
17 points they were down.
Yeah, and LeBron, Steph, KD, and Embiid just took over. LeBron with his assists, Steph just hitting every shot, KD hitting his typical mid-range jumpers, and then Embiid just being a monster. It was definitely good to watch.
It's beautiful. I love seeing stuff like that. Women's soccer team in the finals. Little tidbit: my second cousin is the backup goaltender.
Oh,
on
nice.
the U.S. Olympic team. Smith. So yeah, absolutely. It's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. So one of those things that, or not Smith. I'm sorry, Murphy. Last name Murphy. She's backup goaltender. We didn't really like grow up together that much. I think I've talked maybe 10 or 15 words to her in my entire life, but it's just, part of my mom's side of the family.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
CaC Murphy, she was a goaltender at Rutgers University, and she's been part of the U.S. national women's team, I think, since 2017. So it's been some time. Yeah. So good for her. So just a little tidbit out there. We got Retro Spec in here. What's up, Retro? It was great seeing you in Charlotte for the short amount of time I did see you in Charlotte. You guys killed it on the basketball court. Definitely. Or said that if you haven't done so already, drop a like for these fines, gents. Thank you so much, Birch. I appreciate it. And Dan said it best. Yeah, backup's gonna get a medal too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My father-in-law was a D1A soccer player in college. He played Coastal Carolina is who he played for. So he's big in the soccer. And every time anything with the U.S. women's national team, he's always like, your cousin. And I'm always like, it's awesome. I just don't know her really. So it's one of those things. Like, it's like, yeah, she's my cousin, but like, she wouldn't probably even know what I look like to walk past each other on the street. You know what I mean? Like, that's how little interaction we had, but it's still so cool. So go USA. All right. Banners. Let's find here. We are going to go to our next segment, which is hot takes. I'll start hot takes off. So
go for it.
Oh boy. Master sets are slept on. I've been picking up master sets like mad. I just have binders on binders of master sets now. Buying them at like 75% off of Facebook Marketplace. Lots of gradable in a lot of them. I did very well with my Crown Zenith. I did very well with my Hidden Fates. Yeah. So I think I just picked up a master set of 151 Obsidian Flames and Scarlet Violet base. Very happy about it. If you guys aren't looking on Facebook Marketplace for stuff like this, you should be. Master sets. There's something about them for me that I like having them. I like seeing them. I like ripping through them. That's my hot take for the week.
Yeah, I think it's super cool when you like want to do what you're doing, where you kind of pull them apart and maximize the set. I know like selling a master set's probably pretty dark. I know like BB next to me in Jersey had a 151 master set, and like most people probably want the Charizard or the Mew promo, and then like you start piecing it out and then you can't sell the rest of it because no one really wants them. But yeah, it's definitely a cool way to collect. I think it's really cool when people collect that way. And I also think it's really cool picking it apart and maximizing it like you're doing, where you're going to grade the whatever Charizard from Obsidian Flames and then basically probably pay for the whole master set almost.
It's wild. And you get them like, it's crazy. Like he had 3 listed and he had them listed full price, but if you bought all 3, it was like less than 75%. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. And then I picked
you look at that, like the top 5-10 cards, see if the price makes sense, and then just
that's exactly what I priced out. I think the entire Scarlet and Violet base and just the top cards, like what you would consider the hits, and that was pretty much what the price of he was trying to sell everything was, and then take 75% off of that. So the margins are there. Like you said, selling them is dark. Purchase them is awesome.
Hey, and sometimes buying like the lesser cards, like I know I've spoke about it in the past when we were talking about Collecticon, but that like top loader binder I bought in Orlando that you saw, turned out I had 3 copies of the Ready Drago V-Star, which now is like a $15 card. I sold them at $10, but I probably bought them for like 50 cents, which is really cool, right? Like sometimes when you have those lesser cards that are super illiquid, you randomly check and you could 15 times your money. just by
absolutely.
listing them on TCG Player. I had them in my binder in New Jersey for $5. 2 days later, they were $12 cards. Like,
It's just wild how it happens. I have something else to say about them, but I will in a little bit when I make a little bit of an announcement. So yeah, absolutely. So what is your hot take for the week?
yeah, so it came from Java's Live. I was listening to it today. He does a great job. He does the call-in show. I really hope I can make the next one.
Yeah, I wish I could have made it last night, but
Yeah,
we
it was
were in the
last
city
night.
and stuff.
Yeah, birthday week's been a little busy. Got a lot of cleaning and prep to do at the house. But yeah, he was talking about one of the negative parts of his trip was going to Capitol Grill and expecting to pay a certain amount, and then the bill came out and they split it evenly. And I just think that's really stupid, especially for a super large party. And I'm just gonna be very blunt with it. I get very frustrated when that happens as well. And I think part of the problem is like some people just like, if you have like 5 drinks, like you should pay more. Like there's just how it is. Like there's several people there that probably didn't have a sip of alcohol and they're paying an extra $100 per person to basically pay for someone else. I'm all for like it. I think it's a little different that if you're like at a bar and you buy a drink for someone, right? Like I think that's just a little different than like basically being forced to buy it. But yeah, I just with a big party at a very expensive restaurant, if it's like $15, like who cares, right? But like when we're talking about like $120 bill being over $200, that's a yikes to me. Not everyone could afford that. I think having $120 per person dinner is already stretching it for a lot of people. So having to basically double that is a yikes in my opinion.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely.
So I also really don't like what happens to you in Jersey. Like, oh, I'll throw down my card because like everyone will be like, oh, I threw in an extra $20. I threw in an extra $20, but somehow you're still always short. So like,
yeah. So luckily for me in Jersey, that people did throw in extra, and I wasn't. I ended up paying what like I was supposed to pay.
Yeah.
I will say in Charlotte, I paid probably what I was supposed to pay because I did order some drinks. Old fashioned, a beer, all that. I figured I was going to be out of there probably around 2.
And once again, what I'm saying is for like a big party. If it's like, if you and your wife came to Chicago and we went out to dinner, like I would pay for the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like when there's 25, 30 people, it gets kind of dark very fast. Sorry, go ahead.
Big caveat there, PoNGa. I paid 2 to 3 times on meals before when everyone goes honor system. So, well, and that's exactly what we're talking about because we did go honor system. And if it wasn't for people who paid extra, and I'm not saying, listen, that's how it is. And I don't want to put anyone out there.
There's also one-off situations for everything. So
yeah, it's just, it is what it is. I paid what I was supposed to. That's fantastic. I just want to know why restaurants can't just do it by seat. It can't be that hard. Like if there was 10 tables of 12 of 2 people and they wanted to split them, you would do it. So I don't understand why it makes a difference if it's bigger, but I get what you're saying, PoNGa, and it's a valid valid comment and hot take.
Dan, that's not even spicy. That's just looking at it positively, right? Like Javo, like he went to Rusty's, all that stuff, and went to all the parties. So like the value was there for the weekend, but like
nobody complaining actually lost money on the weekend, all things considered.
Yeah, if you look at the weekend as the whole, right? Well, like clearly some people were unhappy with it, right? Like,
yeah, and it happens, and it's gonna happen. I think maybe it just needs to be said that we want to split. Just bring us up all separately, and then everyone can do their thing. I don't care either way. I'm there for the good time.
Yeah, I'll pay it if I have to. Like, I'm not gonna
spend a little bit of extra. Like the company that you were keeping there that night was awesome. You were sitting there with friends. You were having a good time. Everyone was laughing. Like I had a great time that night too. So something like that can't be the ruiner of the weekend. So
no, not at all. Yeah, I was just going. I kind of felt for Java when he was
talking. No, and I know. Yeah. And so I got to go back and listen to Java because he was there. It was awesome. Oh, here we go. Free beers, free drinks, free burgers, subsidized tables, free beers. Uber,
yeah, Dan, I'm agreeing with you on the weekend as a whole, but like, yeah, there's always the nuance to everything we say. So there's obviously a positive. Like I would have been happy, like if you told me all the stuff, like going to Rusty's, going to Wonders, and all I had to do was pay like an extra $100 at dinner. Like, yeah, like I'm totally fine. And
Yeah.
like that weekend with everything going on, I think I would have been okay with it too. I wouldn't have. After going to Rusty's house, I think I would have had a smile even if you punched me in the mouth. So, yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's just a kind of generalized statement. So,
Yeah. Let's see, $100 was 50 with tax and tip.
yeah, Dan,
But
I
I
know.
get it and won't push.
Yeah.
I'm out of this conversation. This is Ponga's. This is Ponga's on the hot seat now.
No, he's putting actual numbers. I'm just throwing out like random numbers. Like I think if we want to get technical, Java said it would be like $57 more. So, but yeah,
It's all good. Had a great time regardless. All right, so that's hot takes for us. Ponga's poking some bears tonight with the hot
I won't push. Dan's writing essays.
All right, so I am going to spill some tea right now. I'm very excited to announce that I am going to be streaming for Mr. Ray, Shiny Cards and Collectibles. It's going to start. My first stream is going to be the 17th at 8 p.m. on Whatnot. Shiny Cards and Collectibles brand was selected to do. They're doing special worlds streams that weekend. Let me just say that Ray is about to crush that weekend. We have multiple Sun and Moon boxes to rip. I will be ripping Sun and Moon boxes, 151, whole bunch of stuff's going on.
No wonder why Ray was begging. He texted me yesterday begging for Sun and Moon product, but go ahead.
I said to him, I was like, you need to call PoNGa and see what Japanese Sun and Moon product he has.
Oh, he didn't say Japanese. He said Sun and Moon. I assumed he meant English. Ray, if you watch this,
I know you have the Japanese stuff.
That's let's talk. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Hey, if I didn't know it was like this promoted thing, so I'm gonna be asking for more though. Just know that.
Yeah, so it's definitely very awesome. I feel very lucky to be hooked up with Ray. Ray's a great dude. He's already sending me shipments of material. I got other stuff coming inbound. Really looking forward to pushing the Shiny Cards and Collectibles brand to the next level. My man's already got 3,800 subscribers. Very cool. I think that I'm going to be opening up an Unbroken Bonds booster box Saturday. And like I said, he's got multiple other boxes. I think he's got a Celestial Storm box. He's got Tag Team. He's got Cosmic Eclipse. He's got a whole bunch of good stuff. So please, if you're not doing anything those days, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I think he's just doing Saturday and Sunday. We're doing Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is going to be an all-day stream. I think we're going to go from 9 a.m. to midnight. I'll be taking the 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. slot. But I'm very excited for the opportunity. Ray was supposed to hop in maybe around this time, but he's got some stuff going on. So he said, spill the tea. So I'm spilling the tea. Like I said, very excited. It's just an awesome opportunity. And I feel like, I don't know, every day in this hobby amazes me. Stuff like this happening is awesome. And I would never guess, 2 years ago that I'd be doing something like this. Being set up to 60th away. Did my advice do nothing? Yeah, I know. We talked about it, Wonder. I think I was more talking like if I was doing it for me, by myself. But Ray is definitely setting me up for success here. And I think that we have a pretty good team between him and Dan. I know he's looking for some other people as well. So, yeah, just super pumped, super excited to be part of that. So that was my little team spilling for the day. We got Dan saying, let's go. Shipment outbound. Dude, send them out. Talk to me. We'll figure stuff out, Dan. If you got stuff that you want to go. Is my mic okay now? Maybe because
it was quiet. I still heard what you're saying, but
it's back here. I think I got to be
I want to put some input on the announcement. So, you obviously mentioned it to me, and
then I got instant shit from Ray, and he already told PoNGa. He was like, "You're already fired."
Me and Ray are obviously super. I'll say close, but he forgot about me since he started streaming. He used to randomly FaceTime me for hours at a time, and I haven't gotten one since.
He FaceTimes me now.
Yeah, it's unreal actually. And like I feel like the middleman almost, because like we brought him on the podcast and then you guys just clicked. So whatever. But yeah, super happy for everything Ray's got going on. I know he was kind of talking about doing it for a while. He's got a good mind on what people like. He's got the kind of the ambition there to get that stream huge. And he's super entertaining. I know his brother does a good job streaming as well too. And it's super exciting getting people like you out there. I know when you did that Nick stream in Jersey, which I'm upset I didn't get to watch live, but I saw it on your face that you were like hooked, and you knew that's what you wanted to go with. It's super cool being able to do streaming for someone else, kind of taking the risk away from yourself, getting some benefit out of it, kind of having that brand behind you that's already there. I think we've already talked about it before. That's like what I want to do as well. To getting that brand behind you, that the monetary risk isn't as there for you when you're just doing the stream. You're leaving that to more.
Yeah, Papa Ray.
Yeah, to Papa Ray. But yeah, super excited for you. I know I'll be trying to be in that stream as much as I can. Probably not going to buy because I refuse to give Ray my money ever again. But super excited for the both of you. I didn't know the part of it that it's like a kind of promoted type stream thing. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That was we found that out yesterday. And then Dan, his brother, talked about it on their stream last night on Whatnot. And I asked Ray if I could, kind of spill the beans here a little bit, start drumming up a little bit of, excitement for it. So yeah, we're going to be ripping a bunch of Sun and Moon product. I showed
him before. Hit me up, Ray. We got double blaze.
He's got 2 boxes of Tag Team All-Star as well that are going to be ripped.
Look at those seals, man. Look how clean these boxes are.
Tons of 151. He's really hooking me up. So we're going to have a ton of fun stuff to rip, a ton of singles to sell, slabs to sell. It's going to be a great time. So I really appreciate everyone listening to me be excited about something that's happening.
Hey, you should talk about it more. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed up.
I couldn't be more excited for you. That's awesome.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I got all the board hype. The first graded card I bought myself was from Ray. That's awesome. Collector Boy Mason. All right. And to segue and to finish the episode, as always, we're
wait. Highlight Birch's comment real quick.
Oh, hold on. Ray's too good for you now, PoNGa. He loves you still. If I'm not mistaken, he was talking to you yesterday.
He said, didn't say hi, nothing about my birthday, nothing. Just goes, do you have Sun and Moon product? Wait, hold on. Wait, let me get this real quick. This is a live.
Oh, this is fantastic.
He said, no, he didn't even say any. He just said, what do you have for Sun and Moon boxes available or packs? I don't think anything, I said. He said, thank you, love you. And I said, K.
Thank you. Well, I think you need to tell him about the Japanese stuff you have hidden there. That's why I said
he knows what I have. He's seen every part of my inventory. I have been FaceTiming with him. He picked through stuff he wanted to buy when I was buying my house and picked the best of the best. I've done a lot of deals with Ray. We bought a lot together. I've sold to Ray a lot. I've given him homie deals. He's scammed me multiple times, but he's a good guy.
Expose PoNGa. Hashtag expose PoNGa. Who's that Pokemon? Whatever. All right. Let me get this up. All right. And we're going to go to our last segment now. And that is, who's that Pokemon? I'm going to do better than PoNGa this week. Your go.
You always go first. This is yours.
I don't want to go first.
Just because you don't know it.
Do you know
At least give it a try.
It's a duck.
That's pretty close. You don't have a guess?
I don't have a guess.
Ducklet.
There you go. I was going to say Duckle. Oh.
This one's mine. Woo! It's Pikachu.
Oh, Sylveon.
No, Sylveon, yeah.
Way to go. What a nub. Didn't even know that was Sylveon.
See, you should get this one. You got this wrong on the You got this
did.
wrong on the trivia.
I'm gonna get this wrong now too. I don't know who the hell. Oh, is this Swabble?
Whoa,
No.
whoa. Think of garbage.
Oh, is this Garbor?
No.
This is. I don't know. Am I an idiot?
This is the one you got.
Oh, Trubbish. Dipshit.
I think that's what you guessed in the
That's
thing,
what I
right?
guessed.
Mime Jr.
You're good at this.
I'm like 5 for 5 right now or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know this Pokemon. This is yours, but give me a second.
I don't know who this is. This is
Starts with what,
embarrassing.
like a E, doesn't it?
It's
I don't know.
always so embarrassing.
I've never heard this Pokemon's name said out loud, but I could picture it in Pokemon Go. It's Ray.
It's Ray. This is your new streaming employer.
Yeah, exactly.
Gumby with a wig.
Oh,
Well, I don't know what this Pokemon is.
it starts with an E, I think. I don't know what its name is.
Well, I'm
though.
gonna click it.
Oh, that's the evolution of it. Okay, never mind.
Wow. Oh, this is Porygon Z. Oh, Porygon
not.
2. What an ass.
Porygon 2 is the one that looks smooth.
Damn it.
You don't even let me guess that one. God, that was a rough one.
I'm terrible, dude. I'm so bad at this. He goes.
What is?
He goes. Yikes.
I'm not looking at the chat, so don't pull it up. Oh, I know the evolution, but what's this one's name? Isn't it like Slig something?
You're
like,
on. Yes. Do you want me to click it?
I'm just gonna go. It's something Slig something. Sligoo. That's close enough.
I don't know what this.
You got to let me guess the ones you don't know.
Right,
don't
well,
just click. I don't know.
I don't. What is it?
Regice.
Jeez. Oh my god. Well, this one's yours. What are these Pokemon? I mean, I know what the Pokemon is. I've seen it on cars before. I couldn't tell you what it Get wrecked. I love this. This might be the best segment we do.
I think it's Cofagrigus, right?
You're right.
All right, let's do one more each.
Oh, I'm so happy that this is my Pokemon.
This is trash.
This is awesome. Is it Ditto? I'm good.
You know why I knew the Cofagrigus? I've seen that Pokemon, obviously. But that's what Benji pulled out of his Plasma Blast pack at your house.
It is. It absolutely is.
The hollow. Yeah, this
All
is Sneasel, right?
It's Sneasel. All right, that's our last one. I know what that one is. That's
Dan, I just pulled up the chat. Dan,
I'm wrong. I'm an
Dan,
idiot.
I've gotten one wrong out of all of these, I think. So relax. This guy didn't know anything Pokemon related. All he knew was the numbers because all he is a dirty flipper.
Dan v PoNGa 2 would be awesome.
No, because he's gonna cheat so he doesn't get embarrassed. I always say, go back to that trivia show, that game show, and look at Dan's face after he gets the second one wrong. Defeat. He was done.
Soul leaving his body.
Yeah, he was done. He realized, oh no.
Calling me a dirty flipper is the highest compliment. God bless this hobby.
Dan, we got to talk some business, my man.
We need another Dan PoNGa match. Dan's sending me all his product now. No business for you.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to buy my product. I just never made a list.
You never made a list. Now that I'm under the Shiny Cards and Collectibles umbrella, you only need to send stuff to him.
I don't want to sell to Ray. He is too firm on his pricing, even though when he buys from the homies.
That's Ray.
Except I did scam him out of a Charizard from 151 in Jersey.
Oh my god!
Had a complete dent in it, and he still bought it.
I don't want to buy from this man because he's too strict, but I'm gonna scam the shit out of him.
Hey, ask him. I sent him before card party. I sent him the cleanest open case of Fusion Strike boxes you've ever seen. PSA 10 booster boxes, and he sold some at Card Party just because of how clean the boxes were. Mason, what do you pay for Japanese sleeves? You want me to pull them all out? I have a box right in front of me full of them. What do you want them for? I have ones that go for like $40, like the shiny Charizard ones from the Eevee Heroes box bundle on Pokemon Center. What do you want here?
If we had 50 Who's That Pokemon at the end, I would have won.
Not a chance.
Must be a pillar allergy. Oh, Mason, I love it. That's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down. Let's see. Hold on. No, we don't, PoNGa.
Grimer's the homie.
We are at the end of chat. We are over what we normally go for one of these. I know before when I said people like the lives, everyone was saying how they like the lives. So I think for
wait, real quick, E-Unit, congrats, right? You just had your
kid,
right?
Congratulations, E-Unit.
Yeah, congrats.
Oh, you popped in before too. I hope I didn't miss you, my man. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate your support, dude. Also, got to talk to you again soon about getting you on an episode of It's Beer O'Clock with Beerski.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him locked down for a while, but obviously there was the move, and then it was having the baby. So once you're free, man, just hit me up. Definitely love to do it. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Wonder. Thanks to Unit, Birch, Checks, NFX. I think you were in here too earlier and I didn't say anything. Thank you again for being here. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.